When I told my dad I wanted to study theater art, it was like, do I want to go and be dancing? Do I want to become a dancer? Do I want to use my life to dance?
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Talk with Damola. So I told you in my previous video that my YouTube was all about helping young people like myself discover and find their feet, especially in this year 2023. Yes, so today I have with me Adaramaja Lanre, also known as Astar. He is a creative artist, a singer, songwriter, actor, model, entrepreneur, and content creator. Wow. He is a Lagosian and a student of the prestigious University of First Choice, Unilag, that's University of Lagos. Currently in his penultimate year studying creative arts theatre. So, Esther, can you tell us more about yourself?
Well, you said most of it already. I'm a young boy from Lagos. I'm an artist, a creative artist, a singer, a songwriter, an entrepreneur, and a content creator, a model, and so many more.
Wow.
And I stay in Lagos. I'm a student of the University of Lagos. Currently in my third year. Yeah, that does it.
So, what inspired you to pursue a career in theatre art?
I wouldn't say I was inspired to pursue a career in theater art, but I was inspired to be an artist. I didn't think that I would study creative arts as a course. So when I was younger, I was always programmed to want to study law. Like that was it. That was everything people were saying in my house. So then when I got to high school, secondary school, I started thinking for myself, and I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be in the creative line. So I decided that creative art was for me.
So, can you share some of your challenges as a theatre art student in University of Lagos?
Well, there's a lot, but I think the major thing is the practicals. Having to balance the practical and the theoretical aspect, because theater arts is a very practical course. It's more of doing. So in the University of Lagos, it's actually different. Both the practical and the theory, the both of them are more important. So balancing it and giving myself not to one but to both of them has been tough. Oh, thank God.
So, how do you think theatre arts can improve young people's life creative skills?
Well, one important life skill that I'm very certain people need is confidence. While I was growing up, I always had stage fright. I could not stand in front of a crowd to do anything. But since I've been in this field of study, my self confidence, I can say, has increased, and I find it easier standing in front of people doing something.
So, could you talk about a memorable experience or project you've done in this theatre art stuff in your school?
Yes, last semester we did a costume and parade event. Uh, it's more about displaying colors, acting, dancing, but focused on Africa, the culture of Africa. So the whole period of rehearsals and everything, it was stressful, but it was worth it. And at the end of the day, I think it's one of the best I've been involved in so far. It's a complete theater experience, like a total theater.
So, how do you balance the academic and your creative?
Uh,
How do you balance that?
well, I would not say I've balanced it yet because I'm still learning, but so far so good. No, I don't think anything has stopped me from doing either of the two. So when I need myself to be serious with my academics, I focus on it. And when I need to put more in my creative line, I focus on that. So I just give myself.
Okay, so what misconception do people have about theatre arts that you think you want to clear?
Now this is a very important question. You know why?
Why?
Because when I told my dad I wanted to study theater art, it was like, do I want to go and be dancing? Do I want to become a dancer? Do I want to use my life to dance? And I'm like, there's more to this than dancing. And when I go to the university too, if I told anybody I was studying theater art, people were like the same. You are just playing there. People are not doing anything. And I'm telling you, it's a whole lot of work. Aside from having to study hard to do theory exams, You have to study, you have to work hard to do practical exams because it's 50-50. But people don't see that. They just see us rehearsing and they think that's what we do. We dance and all.
You guys, they don't dance, so
We don't dance. We do
it's
a lot of
work.
work, big work.
So, what advice do you have for young people who want to study theater art or want to pursue a career in
Theater art.
yeah?
I think you should just focus, put in the work, and never stop believing. I think one day your dreams will come true. As if your line is really in the theater art and you're not just doing it because you don't have anywhere to go. If you're supposed to be a journalist and you come to theater art because you think they are playing there, I'm sorry, we are not playing.
So, are there any specific plays that would like you would say influence your perspective on theater art?
Yeah, I think my major background with a play in theater arts, the very first that I read when I was admitted was Oedipus Rex by Sophocles. It's an ancient Greek play and it was staged back in the 4th, 5th BC. So when I first read the play, I was confused because so many things there were not relatable. So then after like a year, my year two, then I started dipping it. Things were more reasonable and it was relatable. And I think that's the major play that I think I find more inspiring and keeps me okay. Theater arts is where I'm meant to be.
You said something about confidence earlier
Yes.
on. So, how has theater art improved your public speaking and communicative skills?
If you're in the theater art, there's no way you will not face a crowd. Starting out, it was tough because I had stage fright, like I said earlier. So being able to perform in front of thousands, in front of hundreds of people, and doing it frequently over and over again, because every semester we have a project, it's a practical project. So doing it over and over again, I think made me more confident and being able to face a crowd. And the stage fright has depleted, or let me say it has even gone. Because now if you take me to the 2 arena, I'm going to do my thing. So I think that's the practice makes perfect.
So, are there any specific aspects of theater art or theater history you find inspiring?
Theater arts or theater history. Well, I would say in relation to history, the ancient Greek theater, I think I find it very amazing because back in the days, in our own day in Africa, we did not have documentation.
Yeah.
A whole lot of things that happened was passed down through oral tradition. But the Greek theater, the ancient Greek theater, was documented. Every single thing that started the whole theater movement, from Thespies, the first actor, down to the Roman, to the Renaissance, and everything. It was all documented, and I find that history amazing. Sometimes I don't want to believe it, but it's true. So it inspires me.
So, what lessons have you learned about collaboration and teamwork?
Okay. In the definition of theater, in my very first theater class, it was told to us that theater is a collaborative effort. So without the coming together of everybody, actors, dancers, technical team, light designer, everybody, without the coming together of those people, a performance cannot take place. So in that essence, the whole essence of creative theater arts is collaborative effort. And that has made me work with people I don't even like. Because you tell a lecturer that, sir, my group members are not doing well, you'll be like, no, that is why you're here. You guys have to work together.
Exactly.
And the funny thing is that what one person gets is what everybody gets in that practical exam.
So, what if like two people are not serious and
You people have to get them to be serious. That's why it's a collaborative effort. If everybody gets 27, the whole group gets 27, except for outstanding performance. Like, okay, you know that this person stands out completely during the performance, then maybe you can get more mark. But usually, it's always what one person gets. Everybody
that
gets.
means theater arts. You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah. Everybody has to be together.
So, can you provide some insights on preparation for a role?
Majorly, all I've been doing so far is acting. So, aside from me doing my thing individually, there's a procedure for rehearsals. When we pick a project, roles are handed out individually. We go and study our lines, go and master our acts. Then when we come together collectively, we rehearse frequently till the performance day. So that makes the will I say the performance realistic, and I think that's basically it.
Okay, so something just popped up now. Is
Yeah.
it possible for a lecturer to give you all a role and you have just like 3 days to perfect it or something?
Yes,
Wow.
very possible. In fact, when this last production we did, we had a performance this week, let's say Friday. On Monday, our lecturer did a preview,
Yeah.
and she told us that this thing you are doing, you cannot come and do it for me on stage. You are changing it.
Jesus.
It was wild, but we had to change it. There's nothing we can do, and we perfected it in that 4 days.
Wow.
So it can be 2 days, it can be even be a day, the night before performance, and the lecturer will correct you that okay, no, you cannot show this to my guests. So
So
it happens.
that's one reason why you need to think if you are going to
Exactly.
study theater art. So first, you study theater arts now,
Yeah.
right? So where do you see yourself in like 5 years time as a theater art student?
When I picturize myself in the future, I don't just box myself as a theater student, because aside from being a theater student, I mean, I'm an artist, and my artistry majorly is singing. But then I branched out. So when I see myself in the next 5 years, I think I'm going to be on a global stage making music.
Next over Shakira. It's coming,
Yeah.
it's coming, upcoming. Yeah.
Something like that. I think so.
Wow. So if you know you are not following us, I'll put up our handle on Instagram. Do that now. And if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications, get updates. And also, if you feel you have a friend that's studying theater art, if you know you are not studying and it is not helpful to you, at least you should know someone that is to help. So share it with the person.
Exactly.
Yes. And also, don't forget to keep showing me more love. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you guys. Bye.